Hello and welcome back to Tame Your Appetite's 30-day Quick Start program. I'm Dr. Sheila Foreman, founder of Tame Your Appetite, the art of mindful eating. Day 1, we talked about eating with distraction, and I hope that you're continuing to practice that skill. Yesterday, for day 2, you did a 1-minute meditation. For today, we're going to move on to something very important to mindful eating, and that is learning how to eat when you are physically hungry. Now, there are 2 types of hunger. Physical hunger, which is when our body tells us that it needs nutrition in order to help us do the things that it needs to do to get us through the day. And then, of course, there's emotional hunger. That's when we're feeling sad or angry or stressed out, and we turn to food as a coping mechanism. One of the key elements of becoming a mindful eater is learning how to eat when you are physically hungry. We'll deal with emotional hunger later on in the program. But learning to eat when you're physically hungry is very important. For 2 things. First of all, it feeds your body when your body needs to be fed. That may or may not coincide with the time on the clock. You might find yourself hungry for breakfast at 6 a.m. and then not hungry for lunch again until maybe 3. Who knows? It's your body. So learning to understand the signals of when your body needs to eat is a primary skill of mindful eating. I call that mindful hunger. Now for me, for example, the way I know that it's time for me to eat is when I lose concentration. Sure, I feel a little grumbling in my stomach, but usually that's not much for me. I can work past it. But when I notice that my concentration is off, when I notice that I'm reading a paragraph over again or I'm losing focus, that's when I know it's time to take a break and eat. So how do you know when you're physically hungry? What are your body's signals? Your body is communicating with you. It's telling you what it needs when it needs it. It's your job to listen. And with mindfulness, because mindfulness is about awareness, you are learning how to listen. So here's some things that my clients have told me that tell them that they're hungry. Let's see if any of them apply for you. The number one thing that people tell me is their stomach grumbles. They feel some sort of growling or contraction in their stomach. Is that you? Maybe. Others tell me that they feel some tightness or constriction in their throat, and they're not thirsty. And there is a difference between thirst and hunger. And in the mindful eating program, we do make a distinction between thirst and hunger. But some people notice they're hungry in their throat. Others get a headache. Others get lightheaded. What is it for you? Your assignment for today is to start understanding when you are physically hungry for food, and then feed yourself. And it's so wonderful and caring and loving to feed your body when it needs food. And so much of mindful eating is about self-care, self-compassion, and self-love. And you'll see that playing out more and more as we move through this Quick Start program. So do another 1-minute meditation today, like you did yesterday. Continue to eat without distraction. And beginning today, for the remainder of the 30 days, start noticing how your body signals physical hunger for you. And when you're hungry, eat something. I'll see you tomorrow.